Hey guys, what's up? Once again, it is MP4podcast.com. There's a huge problem with the AverMedia HDMI capture devices. Now, I know they just announced a new one that uses USB 3.0, but these are the two units that I have. And the problem that I'm going to talk about is the recording with the Xbox One, and also the problem has been known with the iPad HDMI adapter, but I thought it was probably because of something with the iPad that was weird, but the problem has re-shown up with the Xbox One. So let me explain. The AverMedia detects false flags of HDCP through the HDMI in. So HDMI in. Now, if you guys who don't know what HDCP is on HDMI, it's copy protection so you don't copy Blu-rays, Netflix, movies from Amazon, Vudu, Redbox, all those streaming services. So it's to prevent you from making bootlegs. So on my Xbox One, I decided I want to record some Killer Instinct, right? Did not have a Blu-ray in there. I started up my Xbox One, tried to record with this, and I got a blinking error. So when you click this, you get like some red lights, whatever they're blinking. This means that you get an error. So I was like, that's kind of weird. So anyway, I went into computer mode, and as you can see, this is free mode over here when you don't use a computer, and when you switch it over here, it's computer mode. So I hooked it up to the computer mode, and I got HDCP cover protection error. It wasn't allowed to record. Now the Xbox One does not enable HDCP when playing video games at all. Okay. Now the Xbox One does have HDCP. However, it is only implemented when you watch a Blu-ray movie, DVD, or like I said, Netflix or one of the streaming services. And sometimes when you exit a Blu-ray or Netflix movie, sometimes maybe the Xbox One, because it's running a lot of 3 OSs or something, may not turn off the HDCP. Well, Microsoft said all you have to do is reboot the system and you're good to go. However, I didn't want any. I just booted up and went directly into Killer Instinct. And these two devices would not record from the Xbox One. I do want to say I had absolutely no problems with my Elgato. Hooked it up, recorded Xbox One footage. It records, iPad perfectly, no problems. Same thing with the Hdpr 2, recorded Xbox One gameplay, absolutely no problems whatsoever. However, I was able to record a little bit with the AverMedia. I had Xbox One going into the Hdpr, and I also tested with the Elgato. Can't remember the setup, but one of them had choppy gameplay. Like I had Xbox One going into the Hog, and then the Hog going into the AverMedia. I was able to record with no sound, and then there was another recording. It might have been the Elgato or the Ypbpr, where the video was extremely choppy, like corrupted. So that was like a workaround that did not work. So a workaround that did not work. But I do record iOS gameplay from my iPad. I record into the Elgato. I actually do component because I have to split the audio, so audio delay problems with the iPad. So iPad into the Elgato, then Elgato into the AverMedia, and be able to record iPad stuff perfectly. The reason why I record with two capture cards with iOS, so I can do live commentaries or reviews of iOS apps on the Elgato, and then have backup footage with no commentary for gameplay news. So that's why I do that. Let me talk about the workaround that I was able to get the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable working, and also the Game Capture HD 2. Fortunately, I have HDCP strippers. I use them for recording PS3 gameplay over HDMI. PS3 always has HDCP on. PlayStation 4 does. Sony says they are going to do a firmware update that does allow you to record with capture devices cards, and the PS4 will, in the future, disable HDCP when playing video games. So what I did was I pulled out my HDCP strippers, There's two systems that I have. One which is it's an HDMI cable. Like, let's just pretend this is an Xbox. Okay, let's just pretend this is an Xbox, right? HDMI out. HDMI into the Xbox. Then the HDMI cable is DVI. All right, so it's a DVI cable. So it's like kind of like the old computer monitors, and that goes into the DVI box. I have a video on that. You can watch the video. I explain it a little bit better in that video. So you take the DVI cable and it goes into the DVI box. Then you also have to use an AC3 optical cable that goes into the Xbox One and goes into the DVI box. Okay, and then the DVI box will rebuild the video and the audio into a clean HDMI out. After I did that, bada boom, bada bang, the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable worked like a charm. Also, the Game Capture HD worked like a charm. Now, there's two DVI splitters that people use. I use the more expensive one, which got 3 stars on Amazon, and there's a Monoprice one that came out later that got 4 stars, and that one's $40. So if you go that route, you're probably better off getting the Monoprice one. However, there is another $20 option of an HDCP stripper that works great, and it's only HDMI cables. You don't have to worry about a DVI cable and an AC3 cable. And I'm going to leave those links in the description box. You can buy these off of Amazon. I have the Sewell, the box that says Sewell. Now, Mark the Geek, I went on Amazon and I forgot the brand that I have because I don't use it that much. Because I know it now because I just used it. But there's another box that's exactly the same. Even the design and the painting, how it's painted with black and blue is exactly the same. Just has a different brand name on it. But Mark the Geek was able to capture PlayStation 4 footage, and PS4 has HDCP and it fixed it. And so he's a happy camper now recording PS4. The AverMedia, these two units are really finicky when it comes to HDMI. Now, when I recorded Xbox 360 footage with the Live Gamer Portable, had absolutely no problems with the Xbox 360. And, you know, had no problems. But it's just real finicky with other things. I think what happened was they only tested it with the 360 when these things came out. Maybe the Wii U. Maybe they tested these with the Wii U. I'm not quite sure. I haven't tested it with these two with the Wii U's. Wii U, whatever. But these are really funky devices. So I would say, if you just want to capture Xbox 360, you'll be set. If there are features that these two units have, you'll be set. But there is a new version of this coming out. So let me quickly go by one thing I want to say is I would not recommend a capture card purely on picture quality, because all these units all do something better than the other units because they all have different features. So let me quickly just break this down. Okay, this one really isn't for gaming. It's not really for gaming. It's for recording TV shows. It's a component, and component is going away, but what's great about this, there's no DRM when you do record TV shows. You put them on a USB stick, bring it to any TV set or whatever. Let me just quickly talk about this one really quickly. Component is going away, but component, if you need component to use this one, you could use like a HDMI to component box. I have one of those. I'll leave a link in the description box. You may need the HDCP stripper, the Sewell. I haven't tested it, but you know there are workarounds. And then you would have to take component, convert it back to HDMI, hook it up to your TV, because TV sets are getting rid of component. But there are workarounds, and it's great. You can record TV shows. I set my DirecTV, like I recorded a show that at 9 o'clock, set the DirecTV to wake up at 8:55. This thing wakes up at 8:57, give it 2 minutes, give the DirecTV 2 minutes to boot up, Records a TV show, bada boom, bada bang. My show is recorded on a USB stick. One thing I do want to quickly say is that I do use USB extension cables. Don't like pulling the USB sticks out of the unit. It's like, it's kind of just easy to pull it out of an extension cable. Got that out of the way. This unit right here is great. Used it for about a year. I had to use a real sound mixer for doing live commentary. The downside of this is that when you just want to get gameplay footage for news stories, it's kind of a good idea just to unplug the sound mixer and just rearrange the cables. It's a little bit of a pain, not really a big deal. It just takes a second to do, but it's kind of a hassle. But you can, you can still have the sound mixer hooked up. It's probably best not to talk. If the mic isn't on your mouth, or an inch away from your mouth, and it's in a quiet room, your mic won't really pick up anything. And I use an XLR microphone on my sound mixer, so got that out of the way. This little unit right over here, the main feature of why you would want to have this unit is because it records your commentary as an MP3 separately. You do have that option. And what's great about this feature is that you're able to set levels in post-production, like in Sony Vegas, Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro, Avid, any of those video editors. So you don't have to worry about getting your levels right. Now, if you don't want to, if you want to do it all in one shebang, you can set your levels. But sometimes you do mess up, and it kind of sucks when you mess up. There is a workaround, and I'll try to leave the workaround in case you do screw up in your levels. Like if you're doing it all in one bang. But, the main feature is for this is you record your commentary on it into an MP3, and it leaves the video and the MP3 in the same folder, bada boom, bada bang, you drop the two, you're all set, lines it up. The feature that's in this unit is that it has a feature to reduce game volume when speaking. I wish every company had this feature in their capture cards. So what I do is I set my mic audio at 12 o'clock, game audio at 12 o'clock, and when I speak, this will turn the game audio off, or almost off, and when so when I'm speaking, you will be able to hear me. But when I stop speaking, you will hear the game audio as the way it was meant to be heard. With units like this and Hdpr, you have to set the mic audio, your audio, when you're speaking, above the game audio. So the game audio is always a little bit lower, and you have to find that sweet spot between the two when recording. You don't want to have it too low or your mic too high. So it takes a little finagling to get it perfect. This unit, you have to set your levels right in post. Not post. When you record, you only get one shot. And so, I'm kind of good at setting my levels because I've been doing it for a while. But if you're new to setting levels and you do want to do it in one shot, record the file, play it back in Windows Movie Player, put the volume all the way up. That'll give you the same audio where you're going to hear once YouTube encodes the video, at least at 360p or 480p. You'll hear that audio. What's great about this unit is that you can use a gaming headset. The only downside, I saw a review from Ali Mew. I haven't gotten my gaming headset, so I can't confirm it, but she said that she could hear her voice in her gaming headset. So when you're doing commentary, it'd be nice if they didn't loop the sound back a little bit. However, there is a workaround to this. You could hook up this HDMI to this, HDMI out to this, HDMI into this here, and then HDMI to your TV set. And then where is it? You could hook up headphones, your headphones over here to this one, like your gaming headphones here. And then you could just hook up some iPhones or small headphones on this just to monitor the audio before you record. And when you get your audio levels, you just put the gaming headset one on. Okay, the Hauppauge Hdpr 2. There is a new version of this that does have optical cable in for audio. It may work as a DVI splitter, I don't really know. This one, my opinion, has the best video out of all of them. The downside is a lot of people say that the audio is a little soft, and if you play games like Black Ops 2, there's a lot of explosions, it doesn't really have the bass. If you want bass, AverMedia, Elgato. Elgato, I don't have any problems with the pictures. Some people have. They said it's like really soft. I do think the Elgato isn't as good as the Hog, but Elgato has updated their software a lot, where it has gone better. And I haven't tried the newest update, but they said they perfected the colors, so they're the same as when you play them on your TV set. So these, I mean, they're all good capture cards, even though these AverMedias are buggy. They may have features that you want. So I really think AverMedia should maybe recall these units and fix them, or I don't know, give people something. I don't know, like, because they are somewhat defective. They're really, really buggy. Now this, just to let you guys know, like, I have this Hog Hdpr, and when I was reviewing this, I hooked up my Xbox through component and HDMI out to my TV set, which is a Dynex, the Best Buy brand. Yeah, Hdtv. The picture would go out like every 3 seconds, and it can only display it for 480p, but didn't have any problems on my Samsung TV set. It was fine, but HDMI in and out on my Dynex was fine. So this one's a little bit buggy too, but I would say out of all the capture devices where I didn't have any problems would be the Elgato for gameplay, right? Great capture card, amazing features. This one is not made for gameplay, it's just for recording TV shows, but I love it. It's a great unit. This one is recording gameplay. There's a feature where you hit it and there's like a blue light. There's no lag when you're playing. Great unit. It was just easy to use with a sound mixer. I also have the Hdpr, the first unit. I had to walk across the room every time I wanted to hit record on my laptop. Kind of a pain. I also have the Roxio Game Capture HD. I didn't bring that out. That one, the only thing it's good for is doing voiceovers with like a voice changer. It's kind of crappy. I don't really like it too much. It's kind of a little bit finicky, kind of like the AverMedia with HDMI. But now you can probably fix it with those HDCP splitters. So I hope this has helped you. I know it was kind of a boring video, but hopefully I've given you guys some good information. So once again, guys, this has been MP4podcast.com signing out. You guys have yourself an awesome day. Later, guys. Bye.